Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. In boxing, you find a way to win or you find a way to lose. Make sure and subscribe to the channel. I'd appreciate it. Hit the like button and consider donating to the Cash App. Okay, look. Tyson Fury, Francis Ngannou. It's here, man. There's, when Eddie Hearn starts coming out here talking about other people's business, you can assume that there's a little bit of truth to it. Plus, it's all over the internet. And I tend to believe that, there's some teeth to the rumors. But the bottom line is, Tyson Fury, Francis Ngannou, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not surprised that this fight was made. I'm not surprised that the negotiations had taken place. When you take a look at everything that's been going on with Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder, Usyk, the Saudis, AJ, Hearn, Frank Warren, Shelly Finkel, right? When you take a look at all of the movements, secret society stuff, people, I'm not surprised that Fury and Usyk, that fight didn't happen. We understand the negotiations falling apart. We understand a lot of finger pointing at Tyson Fury. But you better believe that Usyk understood as well that waiting to fight later this year can make a lot more money fighting Tyson Fury. Now, I'm not saying Tyson Fury shouldn't be blamed here. I do think. But sometimes it makes me wonder if these guys are just kind of yo-yoing us. You know what I'm saying? Saying this, saying that, and getting people to kind of take sides. When the reality is Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder, Usyk, and AJ, they sit down and have these discussions and all agree on what they're going to do, but they just sit here, man, and play us through the media. And I tend to believe that, man. Like, it's hard for me to sit here and want to take sides with anyone anymore. Ever since I found out that Shelly Finkel had some kind of business relationship with Daniel Kinahan. And now that Deontay Wilder had decided to go out there and sign some kind of deal with Skills Challenge Promotions. Some things don't make sense. So as a result, I would just say, take things with a grain of salt. But the bottom line is, Tyson Fury and Francis Ngannou, 14 October at Wembley Stadium. That is what is being rumored. As the fight date, times, and fight date and location, times I don't know. But one thing I'll tell you is this, it's supposed to be an exhibition bout. For anyone out there who's slamming this, I personally think it's genius. I personally think it's genius. Now, for a couple reasons, right? Tyson Fury gets to get in shape, right? Boost his profile, okay, for half a fight, right? Get in shape, boost his profile for half a fight, get paid huge money, and then can go into a fight with Usyk without really having faced a threat in the ring. Now, for anyone saying, oh no, Francis Ngannou is a huge threat to Tyson Fury, to that I say, and I kindly request, and I mean this in the most respectful way, that you'll hold your horses and stop taking it to the stupid. We know Francis Ngannou, in a real fight, has a chance against any of these guys. Francis Ngannou is strong, man. He can crack. And he can fight. But this is an exhibition. This is business, people. Understand this, right? Put things in perspective. Francis Ngannou, he earned a purse of $600,000 for his hard-fought decision over Cyril Gane when he fought in UFC 270. Do you guys know what that means? I asked you a question. Do you know what that means? I'm going to tell you what that means. That means that Francis Ngannou, he left the UFC because he was like, they're not paying me the money I deserve. And he's right. He's looking at these guys outside of the UFC making 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 plus million. And he gets 600,000. So it goes back to what I was saying about Tyson Fury being in half a fight. You better believe Francis Ngannou is going to make real money. Could be 10 million, could be 15. But it's going to be more money than he would have made for a fight in the UFC. He's going to lose to Tyson Fury. And he's okay with coming in an exhibition. Actually, I'll take that back. There won't be a winner or a loser. So he's okay with that because he won't win or lose. Tyson Fury will outbox him. No one's going to get their head taken off. And you know why Francis Ngannou's okay with that? Because he knows he wants future paydays with other guys. He's got to go with the flow. He can't come now and get cute how Jake Paul would get if he was doing an exhibition with Mayweather. You know, if Jake Paul was doing an exhibition with Mayweather, Jake Paul would try to knock Mayweather out. Shit wouldn't go as planned. Not Ngannou. He's going to go with the flow and make his money. And that's why Tyson Fury has nothing to worry about. And Ngannou really has nothing to worry about. And Ngannou's going to make real money because he doesn't want to end up in a position where he ends up going back to this $600,000 purses. He's in the money now. Francis Ngannou's making $10 million a fight. Francis Ngannou, the best thing he did was leaving the UFC. He's not the first one. BJ Penn, who was a current champion like Ngannou, he got the hell about the UFC too. You can't blame those guys. But that being said, once Francis Ngannou and Tyson Fury fight, I truly believe Tyson Fury is going to go and then have his fight with Usyk later this year. I believe all that's going to come together. Now, the thing about it, Usyk and Daniel Dubois, that's a real fight. That's not an exhibition. That's not a tickling contest. I still think Usyk wins, but that's a real fight. But Usyk should get through that with flying colors. But if he doesn't, oh boy. Or if he takes any kind of damage, oh boy. Tyson, he just gets softened up for Tyson Fury to go out there and tranquilize him. Well, it looks like January they're trying to have all the fights. But for Francis Ngannou, he's cool because he takes that exhibition. He's fighting for the PFL. He takes on a real fight, MMA fight. Then he comes back, and then he fights Deontay Wilder, probably in an exhibition style fight. And then he may go on and fight AJ in Africa, Nigeria versus Cameroon versus Nigeria, because you know AJ's a Nigerian background. So long story short, when you're looking at Francis Ngannou, you're looking at Deontay Wilder, you're looking at Usyk, you're looking at AJ, Fury. Everyone is going with the flow. And you know who's behind all of this? Skills Challenge Promotions. The money machine. And it's unfortunate because when that money comes into play, it complicates matchmaking. But when you see fights like this come together, you're kind of glad that there's someone who's willing to put up that kind of money to give us these kind of dream bouts, whether it's an exhibition or not. Now, the next question is, can Francis Ngannou and Tyson Fury and their pay-per-view sales exceed Floyd Mayweather and Conor McGregor? Let me tell you something. You're bringing the two worlds together again, and this is the heavyweight division. But that doesn't necessarily mean we're going to get 4.5 million in pay-per-view buys. I just don't see that. But I definitely think the MMA world, they'll come together and they'll spend their money. And I think we'll see these guys definitely do over 1 million in pay-per-view buys. Plus, the guarantees are going to be there. They haven't disclosed just how much money it's going to be between Fury and Ngannou. But you see some people posting stuff out there on the internet. Take it with a grain of salt, okay? Could be like 30 million for Fury, 15 million for Ngannou. That's crazy for these guys to get in there just for an exhibition and tickle each other. But that being said, what's coming up next is what we're most looking forward to. It's Tyson Fury, Usyk. And then Ngannou doing whatever he has to do in the PFL, and Ngannou and Deontay Wilder. Remember, Ngannou and Deontay Wilder were in talks for a 2-fight deal. One boxing, one in the cage. And Tyson Fury has talked about possibly doing a fight, boxing, doing a bare knuckle or MMA fight in the UFC. So all these guys right now, when you see them talking about going into that damn cage and fighting a guy like a killer like Ngannou, it's because of the money, man. You get in there, if he happens to tie you up a little bit, you just tap out and the fight's over. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to sit there and prove a point and get your damn arm and leg broken, neck broken, knee in the face, and get your damn cranium kicked in. You don't need to do that. Get up there, put up a valiant effort. Once the going gets tough, tap. Get your check and bounce. That being said, y'all keep cool. Hey, I don't blame Tyson Fury. I'm frustrated. Don't get me wrong. I don't like all the antics. But I personally believe that Fury, Wilder, Usyk, and AJ, whether they sat down face to face or their representatives have had discussions, that this is a collective, strategic move by all four to make sure that they get some kind of fights, whether it's stay busy or whatever, with the ultimate goal of all of them winning and getting to the Middle East for December or January, where they can have that big fight, that big round robin fight. Now, if for some reason somebody doesn't fight, like I'm hearing Tyson Fury may not fight at all, it'll be Flip Hrgovic. That's because Frank Warren and Eddie Hearn. Let me tell y'all something. You better believe these guys are talking. Everyone knows Usyk has mandatories. Everyone knows that. But at the end of the day, Frank Warren's okay with pushing Dubois, forcing the whole fight with Hrgovic. Because when you look at it, right, whose guys are these, man? You know what I'm saying? Eddie Hearn's okay with it. But at the end of the day, Tyson Fury, when he does get to Usyk, because I think Usyk beats those guys, he gets a softer Usyk. A Usyk who's probably taking a little bit more damage. Okay, and that's just how I see it. But that being said, Francis Ngannou, Tyson Fury, no need to pick a winner because this is an exhibition. But I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm happy for Francis Ngannou. I am. I don't like the way Dana White does those guys over there. I understand it's a business. I'm not knocking him for it because you gotta remain consistent, and he's consistent. But damn, man, Francis Ngannou, you tell me you can't pay this man $3 million? You couldn't pay him $3 million a fight? Come on, man. Hold your horses. Took it to the stupid. Now, Francis Ngannou is taking it to the bank. That being said, y'all keep cool. Shout out to the veterans. Please consider donating to the channel. I'd appreciate it. That's what keeps me motivated because I'm telling you, doing this YouTube stuff, it's cool. There ain't no money in this unless you're selling merch or you have, maybe you have, 100,000 subscribers. I ain't doing either. I'm not doing either one right now. So any donation helps, and y'all keep cool. Appreciate anything. Subscribe, like. More videos to come. In the breeze.